I'm in.
Hi, everybody. We're live. Sorry for the delay. Had some life things come up, but we are here now to to bring you the D&D. Welcome to A Dark and Hungry God Arises. Uh, the few announcements we have for today, there's not a ton of them, but number one, we did hit 500 followers last Tuesday, which was pretty epic and amazing. Um, and I was pretty happy at just keeping it at that, not starting a new goal yet, just kind of like letting things go the way they go. We're at 515 right now followers, and then during the evening game last Tuesday, Actherion, our beloved Chris, who plays Grask and Joffrey, respectively, decided that he is going to give away a D&D Beyond Legendary Bundle to one of our followers once we hit 1,000.
Jeez.
It's a little ways off, but it's a great opportunity for you to get every D&D book available on D&D Beyond. And who knows, by the time we hit it, there might be another one out. So we'll see what happens. It also provides you with a discount on all future books on D&D Beyond, but it is like an $800 value, so it's pretty incredible that he's willing to throw that out there. Oh, I gotta reset the dice giveaway. It is a new month. So every month, whenever we hit 50 subscribers, we do give away a set of dice from our sponsor, farboco.com. So, for every 50 subscribers, that'll happen. We also have another thing going on right now. We just started our first NPC art contest on our Discord server. If you are an artist, if you follow the streams, if you want to be a part of what we're doing on the Discord server, go over there, check out the community creations channel and the announcements. We are looking for somebody to draw our beloved NPC Sharp-Eyed from our Tuesday game. Sharp-Eyed Milkman, best art. We will then have the community vote on our art at the end, on all of your art at the end of the month of December, and the first place winner, their artwork will be Sharp-Eye's official artwork going forward on the streams, and you will get a Hero Forge mini. That is based on the artwork that you drew for that NPC. If you are the selected winner, so that's it'll be a colored one, so it'll be about a $45 value. It'll be the Hero Forge colored minis are pretty sweet. If you haven't seen them, I'll try and get some pictures down in the panels below of what they look like. Second place will get some extra special dice from our sponsor Farboco. We usually get the basic unicorn dice from them that get sent out during our giveaways, but we might get some like metal dice or actual like gemstone dice that we can send out for second place. And then third place will be gifted a sub on here, a second tier sub here on the stream. But if you're interested, go over to our Discord channel, and there's more information about it there. You can submit your art to our community creations forum, and then on Nights After Dark, the last Nights After Dark of December, we will announce the winners and share the artwork on stream. In any event, let's get started. We are starting a little late, so let's get the ball rolling. Alex, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Most certainly. Hello, everybody. I am Big Wendy here on Twitch as well as on Twitter and such. I am playing the astral self monk Vasir, who is currently dealing with the fact that his girlfriend, fiance, kind of difficult to say right now.
Wife.
Yeah, unofficial wife is kind of being a lot more merciless than he's used to, kind of acting slightly antithetical to his own like values and goals and principles and such. So he's just kind of dealing with that emotionally and processing it. In the meantime, also trying not to kill any elves, regardless of the fact that they really, really, really want to kill him. Like, really much so.
Hi, I'm Noor. I'm playing Luna, the party's half-elf who left home looking for a cure to save her father, then found herself part of a quest to save all of Orden. She's the life domain cleric and a follower of Tundra, and their mission is to find artifacts to banish demons. And through adventure and sacrifice, her friends became her family, and she's willing to do anything in her power to make sure they are safe.
She's also the aforementioned girlfriend.
Wife.
Sure.
I am David. I play Angus, the party's phantom rogue. He is grappling with the sort of recent developments in terms of understanding his past lives in a bit more detail, and is acting slightly out of character at the moment by not wanting to kill all the elves in front of us, and is being really inefficient in combat and trying to make medicine checks to stabilize combatants rather than getting sneak attack damage.
Hi, my name is Kim. I play Mirth, the Tiefling Eloquence Bard, Fiend Warlock, also Supreme Lord Commander of all Water Elementals, and Lieutenant Commander-in-Law of the only surviving Legion in Oregon, Supreme Military Authority of the realm. If my voice is a bit scratchy today, I have been sick a bit, but I have honey lemon tea, so it's going to be great.
I don't think that in-law fits in that description of your relationship to your brother.
No, still, well, okay. Honorary Lieutenant Commander.
For those of you who don't know, you should go watch the Monday game and find out about Mirth's brother Silver, who is in the Phoenix Legion. Rick?
Hi, my name is Rick. I am the Loophole King. I will be playing Sarani, the resident Shambulid Ranger Barbarian, Swarmkeeper, Circle of the Spores, respectively. And I am currently perched above one of our nemesis. David? Nemesis. That's what I said, David. Nemesis, ready to completely obliterate him for what he did to our nice bar. And way back in season 1, when we were doing our first crossover episode with the Saturday game. And Sarani is trying to keep his anger in control. Don't know how well it'll go over today, but
just remember, this isn't the exact same guy. That guy is a black bloody smear that got, I think, dumped in a well. People just get dumped in wells around here.
Looking around that tavern at the sheer amount of damage that the party spells did, and then looking at the elf and being like, "Look what you did."
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was just a 20 by 20 section of the bar that had to be rebuilt, which we never did, by the way.
It doesn't matter. The proprietor was murdered.
Oh.
What, really?
We don't know anything.
What happened?
Yeah, how come we didn't take that over? See, had Sarani been older and not like 4 months old at the time, he probably would have suggested that we take over the bar.
Oh, he was 6 months old. He's only 7 months old now, and it's only been a month in game. Can you believe that? We've been playing this game for 7 months, and in game it's like a month. Maybe a month and a half.
Just a month?
It's terrifying.
I think it's longer than that. Because it was
Yeah.
3.5 weeks. It was 2 weeks just to get from there to
Yeah.
it was a month just to
And then
get
we had a while traveling to and from the monastery.
Yeah.
So it's been like a month and a half, maybe.
It's been a month and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like 3 weeks to get from Anchor to Twilight Hill, wasn't it?
Mark, you should
No,
give
it
us
was-
you should give us 5.5 months of downtime so we can stay current.
Yeah, I'll take that.
5.5 months of downtime. If you do that, the demon lords will overtake all of Orden. It's fine.
Oh, that's
No,
fine.
it's fine. I'm in charge of
There's
the Phoenix
5 other
Legion now.
groups. Somebody can figure it out, right?
I'll get my personal army to take care of it. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, that's not how that works. Murph.
tried.
I'm Mark. I am your dungeon master tonight, the Mark Knight. We last left off where, as these fellows described, they had traveled through the through Coriol Forest down to the southernmost corner of the forest, where they were able to navigate their way towards Merwin's cabin, discovering, I should say, confronting the elves that have been here, trying to unravel the mysteries of the place. And at this point, they've gone into the secret basement below the cabin, and Sarani has discovered that one of the sorceress elves from the Feywild that has been going around Orden and casting fireballs in the center of cities and unleashing horrifying evil Fey creatures on the populace, is here beneath Merwin's cabin.
Beneath Sarani.
And beneath Sarani. Did we roll initiative last week? We
Nope.
didn't.
We did. We left right off as we saw the wizard
just-
calling up to us to come down.
Okay.
Yes.
Then
Can you unpause the game?
let's can I unpause the game? No. There.
Thank you.
Mark,
Yes.
are we supposed to position our characters? Like, place them
Yeah,
on
just
the
give me
screen?
1 second. I'm going to change the music up, and yeah, if you want to place your tokens right behind where Angus is, we can get the party started in just a moment.
Where is Angus?
You know what? I'll put your characters down.
Is he like in the middle of the?
Yeah, I'll do it. I gotcha.
I placed my character, but I can't see, so...
Yeah. Oh, there's so many mirths.
Oh God. Thank you. Okay, there we go.
Do you not have vision for your token, Luna? No, you don't. That's weird.
Oh damn
Why?
it! I keep on forgetting to link my thing to Foundry. I got 23.
Yeah, don't roll yet. I didn't say to roll initiative. I said we will roll initiative once I get all your tokens on the board.
Oh, my bad.
Well,
Yeah.
roll for initiative when they know it's not the bad guy. I haven't attacked anybody yet.
No, you haven't. I just want to get the initiative up there. So, give me 1 second. What is happening?
The art that Brad did art for Sharpite. Oh God. Oh,
Where is it? Is it on the Discord
Community.
server?
community creation.
Oh, good God. I'm going to have to look at this now.
Oh God.
Oh my God, that is the best thing ever.
The amulet is just a cuttlefish. Its pupils are so small.
Alright. Alright.
Apparently, abelisks go bwarger.
If you're not on our Discord server, you don't know what we're laughing at. I'll see if I can pull up the artwork really quick.
I posted it in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on camera, I think. Let's see.
Oh, I can't.
Okay, that has to go on a T-shirt, Mark. Because I want
That's a
that.
tattoo.
Oh God.
No,
Oh,
no,
God.
you don't want to do that.
No, that's not what I want there. Stop doing things without me telling you to do it. There's all kinds of weird things happening. All right, let me see if I can get this over going.
God, that is so good.
Streamlabs OBS, beautiful, performant, and feature packed.
Why are you not there? Oh, there it is. There we go. There's the artwork of Sharpeye for all of you watching. Oh God. Oh
It's
my.
masterful work, really.
Oh, it's amazing. The apple is so funny. Oh, good God, that's amazing. Oh,
Yeah, but it's not quite accurate. Sharpeye should be on top of him.
no, that's true. That's true.
We were all on
This is
top.
right before,
And
when
like-
he,
and
this is
like-
right before when he like locks eyes with the aboleth, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna be on top." of you."
If
I'm
it
gonna
was
kill you.
perfectly accurate, he'd also be like 80% dead with like one arm missing.
Yes.
All right, everybody roll initiative. Switch the music up. Good God.
Oh, even better. Okay. Oh God, Luna's in double digits.
Oh no!
Mark, you're done for.
What are we gonna do?
Luna
Now
never has
we're,
double digits.
double.
Luna's going before I am.
That's actually 16, not a 14.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I should be at 22. I don't know why it's rolled it twice, but then given me the second one.
Weird.
It's a new Luna.
Okay, so Angus should be at
Like-
22. And
Like, what usually happens is I either get like a 1 or a 2 for initiative, or if I get double digits, all of you guys roll over 20.
yeah,
So that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I get.
yeah, that's true. That's how that does exactly how that works. Luna is still going after everyone but Sarani.
Mark and I.
Can you what?
Can I say I casted a spell before this happened?
I mean, the combat hasn't started yet. I just put everybody in initiative order. Sarani is crawling around down there. So if you would have done something while he's crawling around, what did you want to cast? Warding Bond. Okay, yeah, that's fine. With the other person wearing the ring.
That would be me.
If we can also get a spell off, I'm gonna cast Long Strider on Angus.
Okay.
So plus 10 speed for an hour.
All right. Plus 10 speed. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, Sarani, you have found this elf who is examining the wall, and you are hanging over him in spider form. What do you do?
So I'm going to send a message to Mirth. Because it's just we can just talk to Mirth, not to each other, right?
No, it's between the whole party. You can talk to anyone
All
and
to the
everyone.
party. So Sarani will say, there's one of those elves, like the one that started that opened the fissure in the bar.
Where?
He's here. He's below me.
Okay, which way did you go?
I gave you guys which way I was going, so
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right. Well, we have
Yeah.
another wizard at the door begging us to come down, and only Angus can see him, right?
Correct.
Okay. But he doesn't know that Angus can see him. Presumably.
I mean, yeah. All he did was call up and say, "You open the door. Why don't you come? Why stop there? Why don't you come down here?"
Mm-hmm.
Sarani, did you see any other elves on the way in hiding?
I see 2 elves in the room with me, for a total of 3. 2 of the wood elves and 1 of the weird ones.
Well, it's awfully rude to decline an invitation.
Do you want me to attack him now?
I don't want to arrive with you peppered with arrows, if possible. No offense, I don't think you can take on one of those alone with his 2 buddies.
Oh, I'm right above him. I will just drop on top of him.
Wizards are tricky like that. Remember the first Grell we fought? The thing, or the Grick? We tracked it down the cave, it fell on top of me. It was dead 15 seconds later.
Yes.
Yes, so
But I'm not a
we
crick.
don't. Yes, also we are not elf wizards, so
I mean, you might be a Grick. They don't know what you are.
just be careful. Don't do anything. Oh god, I sound like Luna. Don't do anything stupid. Okay. Angus was here.
I
Luna.
never see that.
Are we gonna go down and start punching people, or what's the plan?
I think that may be a good option at this point.
Okay.
Wait, I can go first, and with my shield you can take cover behind. Angus, you could probably take cover behind it, so you'll be harder to hit.
I'm not sure if this is going to work, but Angus is going to try to drop through down the trapdoor and use the slippers of spider climb to just stick to the wall. And it's going to walk along the wall cautiously and try to give the impression that he doesn't see this invisible elf in the room ahead. And then once he's moved close enough, is going to just launch a surprise attack on him and try to catch him by surprise.
Okay. Move where you're going to move.
So I would have 50 feet of movement. If I'm moving at a stealthy pace, that's half. So I would probably get to... And again, I'm just sort of like hanging on the wall.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
19.
Okay. And you can see invisible creatures, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that change what you see?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you've walked up like that, acting as if you... on the wall, acting as if you cannot see the invisible elves, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Here's the thing, I can't tell which ones are invisible and which ones aren't. I can only see them. So all I can do is like telepathically relay back 4 here. Some of them might be invisible. I can't really tell.
Okay.
The wood elf on this corner is more pressed up against that wall than just standing there in the middle of the stairs, right? And when you get to the edge and are looking around, as if you do not see anything, you see the wizard nod to the elf on the corner there, And then the elf on the corner, thinking that it is still invisible, attempts to stab you with its short sword. A couple of times. Well, both of its short swords. The first one, as you're attempting to not seem like you notice them, slips past your defenses. 20 to hit you.
Okay.
So it's going to deal 3 damage, but the second one is only an 8. So you can describe what happens with that.
So as like the first one sort of slips past, it gets stabbed, just gonna like fall back, and again just be putting on this act of like looking around, acting like I don't know where the attacks come from, and just like shouting back like, "Oh, there's something down here."
Right.
Even if they were invisible, the invisibility would drop now that they've stabbed at you. But they're pretty convinced that you don't know where they are. And we can begin combat. Mirth, it's your action.
Oh, I was waiting on them to do something so I could drop on top of them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Angus just went down there to scout, and got stabbed.
So do I hear him get stabbed?
Yeah. You just heard Angus shout out, "Oh, there's something down here."
Okay. Well, I drop on top of this guy in surrounding form.
Okay.
No
so
longer a tiny spider.
You are unspidering. Give me a grapple check.
Acrobatics.
It would be, you're trying to grapple him, so it's going to be a strength check for you. It would be strength or acrobatics for him.
Oh.
It's athletics. If you have athletics, you can use athletics.
Oh, well, I have athletics. I'm not trained in it, but yeah. I wasn't trying to grapple him, I was trying to land on him.
I know. I guess it would be a shove attack more than anything is how it would roll. Okay. He's gonna roll this. Sarani, he doesn't know you're there, so it's gonna be the 19, not the 5. So you come down on him, knocking him prone, and knocking the wind out of him, as you do.
Yay.
And you are now on top of this wood elf. Okay, so now, Mirth, it is your action. I'm just going to move you up past the wall here so that you guys can see what's going on, even though you're at the top of the stairs, right?
Sounds good. I should roll for a Sharp-Eyed, sorry.
I have Sharp-Eye's initiative. He rolled a 20.
Okay. Oh, well, okay.
Sharp-Eyed was better than me.
Yeah, like I said, Luna, you, the only person in the party who goes after you is Sarani.
Alright, I'm gonna look across at Visir. You're, like, good at hearing stuff even if you can't see it, right? They can't stab you well?
Usually, yeah.
Okay, well then I'm vulnerable, so I'm doing this. I'm gonna use my second scroll of See Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to just give Visir a pat on the shoulder and give him inspiration. Just say, make the wife proud. So that's a D8, and then I'm gonna kind of peek my head down the latch.
Okay. So you would actually be, like, here if you're just peeking down. And that's what you would see.
Perfect. Angus, I believe you still have inspiration from earlier. You didn't use it, right?
I'm trying to remember if I did or not. I'll have to check my notes.
I don't think you used it.
I can't remember if you used your bardic inspiration or not either.
No, you did not.
I think he used it against a spell, but it failed, so he would have kept it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! I remember he did use it, and he succeeded against the mage's fireball with it. Because I remember him getting excited over
Yes.
evasion.
That is correct.
All right. So right now only Vasir has one. All right, that's
Okay.
it for me.
All right, so you see invisibility. Angus, what are you doing?
So Angus is still like clinging to the side of this wall, has like his feet bracing as it with the slippers of spider climb, is like looking back to sort of shout down to his allies of like, I'm not sure where they're coming from. There might be so many around us, and then is gonna like backflip off the wall to try to just flying tackle against this spellcasting elf that's invisible and just try to grapple him.
Okay, give me a grapple roll. Okay. Oof. That's right. You have expertise in athletics, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Kim.
You jump down and grab him. He's grappled.
And so, yeah, just having like sort of flipped over the top of him, I've now sort of landed behind and got my arms like pinned. It's just like pinning his arms against his side. And if I can, try to have like one hand up, cupping over his mouth, just trying to stop him from being able to use any verbal or somatic components to spells.
Okay.
And if I'm then able to use the dash action to sort of drag him back towards the group a little bit.
Yes.
Going at half movement.
It'll be at the amount of space you jumped is deducted from your total movement for the round. Okay, so you jumped 5, 10, 15 feet. So now if you are using the rest of your movement and your dash action to drag him back towards the party, it will be as if you're going over difficult terrain.
Okay, and so just want to try to like basically drag him back towards the entrance of this sort of way, so we've got sort of like a bottleneck going, and have him out in front, so that they're going to be less likely to fire at us.
Understood.
So with him sort of positioned in that square there.
Yep. Okay. That makes it one of the Wood Elves' turns. Okay. Sarani, as soon as you drop down, these Wood Elves are just see you come down and start shouting, and they're going to start making longbow attacks against you. So this first one is going to pop off 2 strikes. The first one is a 22. The second is an 8.
Do I have cover because I'm behind the pillar and the barrels and stuff?
You probably have a +2 to your AC for cover.
Okay, so the 22 misses.
Okay. What does that make your armor class?
23.
Do you have your shield out?
Yes.
Okay.
It melds into my body, and when I pop back out, I'd look the same.
Yes, it does. Vasir, it is your action.
Is it dark down there?
Yes.
Okay, well, he's gonna activate his stuff first.
Okay.
Kind of put his hands together, do a quick meditation, boom, and just have the astral visage cover his face as his eyes begin to glow dark blue, and he'll be able to see in the dark now.
Yep. How much visibility does that give you? 60 feet?
120.
Ooh. There you go.
Thank you.
Expecting you.
This mage right here is actually grappled by Angus and dragged into that position.
Okay. He will go ahead and run along the wall here.
Of course he will.
And He's gonna jump off of the wall when he gets to this point over to
Okay.
here and like end it in a kick, attempting to go across the mage's face.
Okay.
I think he is still technically invisible at the moment because he hasn't taken damage yet.
Correct.
So it would be a disadvantage.
But it would be at
But
advantage because he's grappled, so it would just be a normal attack.
I don't think grapple imposes advantage. It's restrained that does.
Oh,
Or
you
pro-
may be
Grapple
right.
just
Yeah, it's
reduces
restrained that
movement.
does advantage.
Right.
So it would be
Still-
at disadvantage, but +2 for flanking.
so 19.
Okay. 19. 19 will hit.
Alrighty, dighty. 6 damage. Minimum damage on that. Does that knock him out of invisibility?
No. Oh, I have to make a con save for him. He is still invisible.
Okay.
So
20?
we're technically, Vasir, the only elf that's visible to you is this one here. The others are invisible, are cloaked with invisibility.
Right. I'm mostly doing this because I know that Angus is grappling with someone.
Yes,
And apparently
absolutely.
he views this person as important, so I'm going to knock him out first if I can.
Understood. I'm just letting you know that the only other elf that is visible to you is this wood elf here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that's going to be 20 to hit on the second one
That will hit.
for another 6.
All right, and he will make his Constitution save. He succeeds.
And another 19 to hit
Hit again.
for 9 damage. For those wondering why I'm not using Stunning Strike on any of these, it's because I only have 2 key points left.
And he succeeds on that con save as well.
Well, he just took a full-on bicycle kick from Vasir, regardless of the fact that he's invisible.
Oh yeah,
so-
he's bloodied. So
Oh, shit, nice.
I mean, that was 21 damage.
yeah.
Respectable.
Let's see, how much movement was that? That's all the movement. They're going to ready in action. Sharp-eyed.
Alrighty, Sharpite is revved up and ready to go, so he's going to hop down the shaft and oh shit. Oh no, he cast Dark Vision going into this. Okay. He is going to Oh, actually. He is going to drop a 20-foot radius. He's going to drop a silence spell right here.
Sharp-eyed is going to drop a silence spell.
Sharpite has silence. He's 5th level ranger.
Okay. How big of an area is that?
It's a 20-foot radius.
Okay. That entire area becomes silent.
And we can also talk because we have telepathy. Okay, and then he is going to use his bonus action to take a big chomp out of this guy with Hungry Jaws. So, 13. Oh, well, 5, because he's invisible, is probably going to miss.
Yes, that misses.
Alright, that's fine. That's it from Sharp-Eyed.
This wood elf is invisible to Sharp-eyed. Angus can see him, and Mirth can see him, but the elf is going to fire a couple of shots straight ahead. Actually, they'll move right there, up against the wall. They're going to fire a couple shots straight ahead at Sharp-Eyed. They get advantage because they are invisible. That's a 12 with advantage, and that's also a 12 with advantage. Are you kidding me?
His nostrils flare as he just like bats away the arrows coming out of thin air.
That's so stupid. Wow. That is the worst ever. Something invisible or an elf appears out of the darkness. Vasir just kind of materializes beside you and takes 2 swings with its short sword, both with advantage because it was invisible when it started the attack. That is a 23 to hit and a 20 to hit.
Invisible creatures don't get advantage against Vasir because he has alert.
You're right. Okay, then I will take just the first roll instead of the highest roll. So the first one is a 17 to hit.
Nope.
And then the second one is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. 6 damage.
Wait, what's your AC this year?
20.
Your AC is... You get a +1 from Warding Bond.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so neither one of them hit
Then
that.
they both miss. The grappled, bloodied, silent mage sees no other choice than to let's see. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm so stupid. The mage would have counterspelled that silence. He wouldn't have let that silence go off. But it's too late
Alright,
now.
that's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Does counterspell have like a verbal or somatic component though, or is it just?
It has a somatic component.
Because I did say I'm trying to bind his hands to stop him from being able to make any somatic gestures for spellcasting. So
I think you could only reasonably do that if you say you were straining him as opposed to just a grapple, though.
yeah, I guess that's probably fair.
Yeah. Attempting to and being able to are different things. I think getting the grapple is fine and dragging him is fine, and then I think you would have to like take an action to try and restrain him further. Does that make sense? So he would not have let that silence go off. He would have counterspelled it.
Alright, well, that means he's no longer invisible.
What's that?
It means he's visible now.
None of the elves are invisible any longer. Actually, they would be. They would still be invisible. He wouldn't be. He would become visible. But he is going to Misty Step 30 feet away. God. That's going to annoy the hell out of me. Hold on. He will Misty Step to here as a bonus action. And then as his action, he is going to what the hell? There. He's gonna firebolt the seer.
Come at me.
25.
That'll hit.
10 damage.
So 5 from the fire resistance, and then another half of that for the warding pod.
Yes. Run away!
So you take Visir takes 2 damage.
Yes. Luna?
This is what it was like for the Monday
And
group.
then
when they
Luna,
first got Ranger.
Luna takes 2 damage, which then also gets halved to 1.
Correct.
Goes fire. Oh shit.
Do you have to make a concentration check to keep the spell up, though?
It's no concentration.
It's not
Warding Wall
concentration.
doesn't-
Oh, that's broken.
Yeah.
Well, no, it gets worse as soon as you actually do have a concentration spell up, because then every time your friend gets hit, you have to check your spell twice as often.
Yes. Luna, it's your action.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'll cast Spiritual Weapon at level 3.
Where are you casting it?
To target this elf. I can see it, right?
Okay, it's going to hit for 13 damage. Dang. This spinning ball... This spinning circle of Thondra appears in midair and slams into this elf unexpectedly, and it is more than bloodied by the blow.
And I'll use my full movement to get over here, right next to Visir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 2 elves. Okay, so I'll use Toll the Dead on like the elf I just hit. Like she turns around, points at that elf, and casts Toll the Dead.
All right. It fails. Taking 2 damage. The elf is going to fall unconscious from the spell.
Okay. Does it matter if I'm supposed to add radiant damage to it, but
Yeah,
does
it only it had 3 hit points left, so your radiant damage is what put it over the edge.
Okay. And that's it.
Yeah. It had 3 hit points left, so when you take the 2 away, it's at 1, so no matter what you roll on the radiant damage, it is going to become unconscious.
Before I end my turn, like while she was passing next to Angus, she would like look at him and like ask him, "Are you with us? Are you with us, Angus? Are you in this fight or not?" And that's it.
This wood elf here that was also invisible is going to step around and start firing some bow shots at... actually, Angus was the one who grappled, right? So it'll step up around the corner and fire a couple shots at Angus right there. 9 and 16.
Both miss.
Okay, and then it's going to... do that. This elf runs around the pillar, draws the string back on its bow, levels a couple of arrows in Sarani's direction. 18 and 8, which are both going to miss. All right. The Eladrin is going to roll out from under you, Sarani, and up to its feet, using a total of 20 feet of its movement to do that. And then
doesn't have to make a athletics check to get out from under me first.
Yeah, it's prone. You said you weren't trying to grapple it, so I think you just kind of like dropped it to the ground. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's gonna.
Yeah, that works for me.
Let's see.
Wait, Suran is engaged to multiple enemies and we can't even see him.
Correct. All right, Sarani. The the creature casts Otto's irresistible dance upon you, and you begin to do some kind of shambling mound version of dancing.
Fuck.
Unless I fail.
You don't.
I mean,
you don't roll
No,
until
there's no
your
save.
turn. There's no save.
No save.
This
Choose-
was legitimately one of the first things we taught Sarani, is we taught Sarani to dance.
Yep.
There's no save.
Choose one creature that you can see within range. The target begins a cosmic dance in place, shuffling, tapping its feet, and capering for the duration. The creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this spell. A dancing creature must use all its movement to dance without leaving its space, and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. While the target is affected by this spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against it. As an action, a dancing creature makes a wisdom saving throw to regain control of itself. On a successful save, the spell ends. So on your turn, you can attack with disadvantage. You have to use all your movement to dance, or you can use an action to make a wisdom save and stop dancing. But for now, you are a dancing queen. And then it is going to Fey step away from you, which is an ability and not a spell.
Well, I tell you, if you need a song to dance to,
But is that yes, but isn't that doesn't that take the action, or is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus action
bonus action.
It's a bonus action to teleport up to 30 feet away to an unoccupied space.
Cool.
So yeah, it teleports there, and then it's gonna it'll teleport there, and then it will move. Here.
Lil Nas X just released Holidays, and that's a good banger to dance to.
Oh.
So,
Sarani, it is your action.
Cool.
All your movement is used dancing in place. And then you can use an action to make a wisdom save if you'd like.
How high is the ceiling?
How high is the ceiling? About,
Yep.
I'd say about 10 feet.
How big is this room?
What's that?
How big is the room in dimensions? So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, yeah. The cloud will fit in here.
What are you doing?
Well, right now...
Filling the entire fucking room with a thunderhead, apparently.
No, I don't have any more third level, so I have to do this one, which is what I was going to do before. Actually, where's? Sorry, I have to do some measurements here. real quick.
Okay.
He's 20. Okay, so he's too far away.
Focus wants you to show them the mushroom dance.
No. Actually, you know what? Boogust, I will, but you have to go to my page and donate to Extra Life, at least $10. extra
I
life
mean,
needs
you
some money.
made Mark dab, so you could probably do that.
Is Serrani just a giant angry version of Toad from Mario Brothers?
No, because I hate Mario Brothers.
Hi guys, I'm Toad.
That's them's fighting words. You hate Mario Brothers. Good God.
I don't like
Holy hell.
Nintendo. I
That
don't
is
like
the
Nintendo.
hottest. That is the most nuclear take that has ever been had on any of these streams.
Oh crap! I'm on. Okay, so Serrani is also going to misty step to beside this jackass and punch him.
All right, you have
I can
disadvantage
do-
because you're still dancing.
Okay, I can do that too, little man. Target him. Target. There we go. And then with the. I can still use a spell, right? A cantrip.
You can, yeah.
Nah, that's fine. I'll just swing at him.
Okay. You swing your scimitar and he ducks under it, laughing as he does.
Okay.
This wood elf in the corner is going to move here and then fire 2 shots at Serrani. Wow. That's ridiculous. I rolled
Come
with
get some.
advantage, and my rolls were a 13 and a 5 with advantage.
That's because I'm dancing around him.
You're just dancing too much. You are a dancing queen. Luna, you're gonna get stabbed a couple times, or hopefully get stabbed a couple times. Nope, 7 and 11 because I.
What do you mean? Hopefully you get stabbed.
Apparently,
What sort of sentence is that?
Is the fact that Serrani is dancing, does that mean that his swarm can potentially do more damage because he's better able to communicate with the little bee spirits?
Apparently, it doesn't matter whether I'm rolling with advantage or not. The dice will not come up higher than a 10. Actually, it won't even hit a 10. I'm rolling below 10 on every roll. Mirth.
Welcome to my world, Mark.
Yeah, but you only do that with initiative. Whatever.
No.
Oh, that's why. See, Luna goes in double digits, so you can't hit anybody.
Oh yeah, literal 2 1s on 2d12.
Mirth, it's your action.
Great. I'm going to look over, well, peer down into the little corridor, and from up above there is a sad splash as puddle evaporates. And I'm going to pull a small vial of metal fillings from my pouch and just sling them across the room of Asir, as he doubles in size in all capacities as I cast Enlarge on him.
Puddle doesn't disappear when you stop concentrating on that spell.
No. When I lose concentration, I can dismiss the elemental willingly.
Understood.
Yeah, he doesn't get angry at me if my concentration is broken. If my concentration is broken, the elemental doesn't appear.
Yes. Okay.
So we left the water elemental to guard the prisoners.
There's also the other elf guy, but right now I
Yes.
think I want us to make us not die. So Vasir is big now, and all his punches do an extra d4.
Vasir is very big.
And
Vasir, all of the acrobatic-y things you like to do, you're going to find it really hard to do when you are hunching in this hallway, because it is only 10 foot tall in here, and you are now large. So you are literally hunched over.
I'm trying to imagine him like barreling down the corridor sideways on the wall and filling the entire thing.
Yeah. So you punch harder, but you're also squeezing into this space right now. I mean, you can move around fine, but you are hunched. But you can't like walk on the ceiling because then your head will be hunched against the floor.
Sounds like a challenge, Alex. I'm gonna use my bonus action to. No, I'm just gonna relax in the back.
Okay. Angus,
Move down.
Vasir is now blocking the hallway.
You can run between his legs. He's still a friendly creature, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. So as Luna sort of calls across to Angus this sort of very pointed comment of like, "Are you with us?" Angus like looks up from where he's been staring down at this unconscious elf across the hallway, who's like coughing up a little bit of blood and bleeding, and like fights past that instinct to rush and attend to them. And instead just turns and sees that there's these two elves pinned in against Luna. She's got her shield kind of raised to try to like stand defensively between them and Vasir, as Vasir then like sprouts up like a beanstalk. And so Angus is gonna like crouch down low, pull out one of his daggers, sort of spin it, and throw it between Vasir's legs past Luna to hit this elf here.
Okay. They are going to get some cover. So, go ahead and make your attack.
Can I give him... Never mind. I was going to say, can I give him advantage because of my inspiration?
You can give him your inspiration point to give him advantage. But remember, you can always spend inspiration after the roll is rolled. That is still going to hit in spite of the cover. Go ahead and roll your damage. 19 damage.
19 points of damage, and from Angus's chest there bursts forth this little bubble of the same kind of greyish spectral energy that used to sort of manifest in his grave bolts, that sort of forms up very, very quickly into the spectral form of an elven mage who is carrying with him a scepter that has the very prominent shape of the holy symbol of Thandra at the like head of this scepter. And that spirit sort of darts down the hallway to the right to target this elf here and to deal half as much sneak attack damage. So it's 3d6 worth of sneak attack.
Okay. And that's in addition to your normal sneak attack damage.
Yep, so that's 17 points of necrotic damage to that elf there.
Wow.
As the sort of spirit of Toril Vyas lets out a battle cry and runs forward and sort of jams this scepter directly through
Holy
the
shit.
chest of this elf and then like dissipates into a fog of vapor.
17 on 3d6. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is one away
Dang.
from max.
That is.
What
Yeah.
ability is that?
That is my new phantom feature, Wails from the Grave.
Yeah. It's no longer Grave Bolt. Alright. You kill 2 elves in rapid succession. This wood elf here is going to...
And then, if possible, I would like to sort of run up the side of the wall to try to like duck around the corner, like past Visir's shoulder, and then like drop back down the wall on the other side, just to like sort of get around him and just be about sort of here at the end of this hallway.
That's fine. You can do that.
Just peeking around the corner, seeing what's up ahead.
Okay. The wood elf here is going to come around behind Sarani in order to not only have advantage, but also have the additional bonus of flanking and make 2 short sword attacks against him. 18 and 24. The 24 hits, right? Not the 18?
24 hits, yes.
Okay. You're going to take 6 damage.
Cool. And then I'm going to retaliate.
The first one hits.
Okay, so it'll be a D. So it'll be 6 points of piercing damage.
Ah.
As my retributive finds, he hits me, and then one of the 2 vines shoot out from my back. I'm not even looking at him while I'm dancing. You can't even really tell where they came from. And strike him in the chest.
Nice.
I like to imagine that some of Serrani's vines are just quietly doing the Macarena.
Vasir, it is your action.
Well, Vazir's going to realize he's big now.
I'm doing the twist.
And he's going to acknowledge that he's big by looking at himself for a second and going, this is new. He would be a lot more excited, but he's got his visage out, so he's a lot more subdued. And he's going to go in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pardon me, Angus.
It's just like Visir's steel abs sliding past Angus's face.
Just-
Like just
Moving past Angus is going to be difficult terrain because you need to squeeze past him because you take up the whole tunnel.
Okay.
He's a monk. He has movement galore.
I know. But I still want to be like realistic about this.
Yeah.
You're in the space of an enemy there.
Yeah. You're in my way.
She is in fact in your way.
This is not a good place to be. We're going to go ahead and start punching this person in my way. I want to type that mage, but I can't because she's in the way. Not invisible, yes?
Not invisible. Nothing's invisible anymore.
Okay.
They've all attacked.
17.
That's gonna hit.
That's going to do this plus an additional 1.
Nice.
I'm not rolling well on my damage rolls today.
I have a question actually that might come up. For Astral Arms, when it says you can use your Wisdom modifier in place of your Strength modifier when making Strength checks and saves, Enlarge gives advantage on Strength checks and saves. So if he used his Wisdom instead of his Strength one, would it still be a Strength check or save?
Yeah, because it's not saying it's no it's not saying
Yeah,
that
you
it
replace
becomes.
your-
My astral arms grow just as much as everything else.
Yeah. It's not saying that. It's not saying that the strength check or save becomes a wisdom check.
Yeah,
It's
you use
saying
your Strength one instead of your Strength.
correct.
Oh, so Visir is also a good grappler now. Oh, maybe.
I mean, it should be at this point. 'Cause that would be, freaking. Well, I mean, it would be a +4.
Yeah, with
at
advantage.
The 26 obviously hits.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mark. I took 6.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
That's another 9. Uh, 15.
The elf is unconscious after the second attack.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then 15 on the mage then.
The mage will shield.
You bitch.
The mage will do what mages do.
Okay. Well,
What you got?
we'll spend one of my remaining key points. Go ahead and get another head attack in. Why not? 19?
That will hit. Actually, no, that will not hit with the shield up. Sorry.
So the other has an AC of 14 or 15. One of those normally.
Have you used Mirth Bardic Inspiration yet?
That's true. I have not. For 21.
That hits.
For 11 damage on the mage.
Oof. The mage is hurting. Hurting bad.
I think you can see where this is going. I would highly recommend surrender.
Sharp-eyed.
Sharphead is going to come back up his Sovereign as he jumps forward. Sharphead has Dark Vision now, by the way. Out to 60 feet for 8 hours. So he's going to come up and give this guy... he's going to give him 3 chops. Actually, he'll mark him first. So is this one injured yet?
No, it is uninjured.
Oh shit, it is now.
Yep.
So first dice is maxed, so
So it's gonna be 9 plus
14. So 14. Right, because Colossus Slayer doesn't apply.
Correct.
So 14. But he does get Hunter's Mark. So this first one is max, so 20, 21.
21.
Yeah. And if he's still up, second hit.
The first one's not max. You would just roll 2d6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so roll another d6 there. Okay, that is enough to put it down.
19. Great.
Okay.
And then he will pop down here so that was 10 feet, 20 feet, 30, 25 feet, 30 feet, 35, and he's going to use his second attack to... You get 1 item in for action, so he's going to pull a javelin off his back and sling it at the wizard. So, I think half cover through for Seer.
Yes.
The wizard
and
is very
the wizard
encouraged.
still has shield up. So
Yeah, I know.
that is going to miss.
5. So, goes skittering off the shield.
Yeah.
That's it for Sharpeye.
Okay. The mage is going to cast Cone of Cold down the hallway in Visir's direction and Sharp-Eye's. So I need con saves from Visir and Sharp-Eyed. Sharp-Eyed rolls a 22. Visir, con save. Alex, are you there? Alex, are you not there? If you are there, you are muted because we cannot hear you. But you are still connected to the Discords. Okay. Well, I'm going to roll the damage, and we'll deal with that when he gets back. So Sharpeye's going to take 13 because he succeeded. The damage roll was a 26. Because I did not roll a single... I rolled one of the d8s was over half. So Sharpeye takes 13 damage.
The Sears con save is +3 with the warding bond.
Okay. I will make
If you
the
want that.
save for him. Alex, you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I need a con save from Vizier.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You have the charm from the necklace if you need to reroll.
Yeah, I think I might do that. Okay. And then that's an extra from the warding bond, another +2, yeah?
+1.
+1, okay.
Alright, so it's
So, 14.
a 14, which is the DC. So you take
Nice.
13 cold damage instead of 26.
13 halved. because he has resistance to every damage.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
6.
Yeah.
Wow. That is working out great so far.
Oh yeah, Warding
Yeah.
Bond's awesome.
Luna, it's your action.
So
I want
since she's
I want
taking
Warding
damage,
Bond on Sean.
since she's taking damage, she's assuming that the seer is under attack. She'll head there.
Find a fiance then, Sarani.
Yeah, Sarani, you have to. I think Sarani would consider that like he considers the exchanging of the rings to have been them getting married. So
No, the exchanging of the rings with the cleric there with a big hat.
right. So because of that, Sarani probably assumes that the only way Warding Bond will work is if Sarani gets married.
No, Sarani's not an idiot. No, I just meant Sarani's got Warding Bond on and he rages, so I'm going to take a quarter damage from everything.
Don't worry, Saroni. I'm sure there's some giant festering mound of fungus out there somewhere that you can fall in.
There's a nice. Hey, look, Sarani's going to head back to Twilight Hill because there's a nice were-tiger there.
I'm not entirely certain that things that give you resistance stack.
They
Yeah,
do.
I think. No, I don't think they do.
No,
If I'm a tiefling, I cannot, because I would have quarter damage from fire then, because I'm a tiefling. With
they
Ring of Fire
wouldn't
protection.
stack, which means that the
Yeah, it's
taking
specifically-
less damage from the Warding Bond and from the fire resistance.
It depends if it's worded as resistance or if it's like uncanny dodge, where it's like you just take half
Is
damage.
it? Yeah. Is it resistance or is it?
It
like
is
evasion?
resistance. The creature has resistance to all damage.
Okay, then you should have, both you and Luna should have taken more damage from the firebolt. Then it would have been 10, and because of which one triggers first, your ring or the Warding Bond?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because either way he has 5, and then Luna takes that 5.
Yeah.
Yes. So you would have both taken 5. It wouldn't have been 2 and 1. It would have, each of you would have taken 5.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, for my turn, she'll move up. Bonus action, she'll push the spirit weapon right over here. I don't like on the left side of the seer. It can't get any further. And with her action, she'll cast Soul the Dead on the mage again.
You're moving
I'm passing.
Where is this moving? Here?
I can't say exactly, but yeah, somewhere over here. Like, yeah, that looks fine. That is fine.
And then Toll the Dead
And
on the
with-
mage?
Yeah.
15.
He fails.
Okay. Roll your damage. Mage goes unconscious.
10 deeps.
So, he take 10 necrotic and 3 radiant, and passing next to Angus, she like nods. She nods towards him, like, good to have you back, or something of the sort.
All right. This wood elf is going to move here and start stabbing into Sarani as well.
Oh, goody.
13 and 11, because apparently I can't roll. I cannot roll higher than a 10 even with advantage today.
Oh, goody.
That's good news for us.
Yep.
He's trying to lull us in a false sense of security for when we fight the herbals tomorrow.
Yes. The creature before you is going to make a pair of attacks against you, Sarani. $22.
Hits.
Okay. You're going to take 10 slashing damage and 3 psychic damage.
Oh no, I'm under 100 hit points. Whatever will I do?
Jesus Christ. Well, it doesn't help that I've literally missed with 4 creatures against you while they had advantage to hit you.
I still have 97 hit points and I haven't even raged yet. So.
I know. Well, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't help that I've missed with every attack.
But it totally helps.
And here I was worried about Serani.
Serani, it's your action. You are still dancing. What are you doing?
I'm going to make my wisdom save with my action.
Okay. You succeed.
Awesome. And then with my bonus action. Ha 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 ha. Sarani is going to. Where is it? So I had to do that one, and then. Oh, I know what I'll do. Is that a bonus action? It is. I'm going to Misty Step for free this time. To here.
Okay.
On top of this body.
That's fine. This wood elf is going to shoot at you with its longbow. 21, Serani.
Just hits.
7 damage. And then a miss. And then it is going to duck back here.
Good. Clump them all together.
Mirth?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we're going right. 5, 6. Is Visir like sitting on top of those 2 enemies? Or like right in front of them?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Visir is like...
I'm kind of like standing on, like, almost on top of one of them.
Yeah. He's standing...
I just wanted to make sure they were there.
Yeah, he's standing over a bunch of bodies.
Yeah.
Is this a corpse?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna Misty Step over here on top of the body.
Okay.
And as I manifest, Luna's perceptive enough to notice this. Instead of the normal blast of cold air, she gets a whiff of brimstone and the quiet scream of a 1,000 souls. And then I'm going to stretch my hand out as I fire a pair of these like from my hand bursts a pair of these jagged pillars of twisted metal that kind of hiss as they fly through the air. And I'm gonna direct them both. Is the wizard still alive? I can't tell if Sarah.
No, the wizard is dead.
All right, then I'm gonna shoot them at the guy whose Visir is like on top of.
No, Visir's standing over an unconscious dude.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna snipe the one in the back here, who I can see.
Okay.
I'm guessing an 11 misses.
An 11 will miss.
22 might not.
No, the 22 will hit.
Alright, it spears him in the shoulder. Leaving like this fucking like it like shears through his clothing without leaving a scratch on it, and like punches through his shoulder as he staggers backwards.
Understood.
Alright, and that's it.
Okay.
I will leave Luna to develop another mid-battle crisis.
Angus?
Thanks, buddy.
Anytime.
It is your action.
So once again, Angus is going to like see the sort of crowd that's assembled and run up the side of the wall and try to like just shimmy past over the top of Vizier and then move back down the wall behind him. So that will probably be like the full extent of my 50 feet of movement just to get basically to the square right in front of Vizier.
Okay. All right, you are standing over Sarani now. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, it's just my computer's being a bit slow processing Foundry today, so it's taking a little bit of time. But just seeing that it's not really a spot, just going to sort of drop down here, look around into this room, sort of see. Obviously, like a little bit of movement there up ahead. So I'm going to take a dash action. Or is... Sorry, I can't see Sarani standing on top of it. Is the Elven Mage that he's standing over?
They're unconscious. All the elves in that hallway are unconscious.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to take a dash action. Just drawing out my rapier as I go. And just going to stab out.
That'll hit. And that will kill it.
It's 13 points of piercing damage.
That puts the wood elf on the ground.
And then, that was... Yeah, I should have enough to just duck back behind this crate.
Okay. Vasir.
All right. I don't think I'll have too much of a problem stepping over everybody.
No, you can squeeze past Sarani. Again, it'll be difficult terrain to get past Sarani and Angus, but once you're in that larger room, you can move around freely.
Okay. Okay. Well, we've got three little elves. They're just kind of looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at big old Vizier as he turns the corner.
Oh yeah, they're shouting in Elvish. Just shouting for panickedly in Elvish.
We're gonna go with some attacks, I think. Hey.
Do you have reach now? Does that give him reach?
No,
unfortunately, I don't.
Oh, but he does because of his arms.
Well, yeah, true. But I'm just gonna focus on one at a time here. So that's going to be a 28 to hit him. Her 13 there.
Yep. That's going to be a big hit on it. That's a miss. And that's a crit. That's going to put this thing out of its misery.
Well, just out of curiosity.
Go for it.
So that would have been 11 plus 12 for 23 damage on that hit then. So just kind of getting used to his very large body. He gets one solid punch in, goes for an overhead smash and ends up overshooting it a second, and then just kind of stands up and just kicks her straight in the face with his massive foot, just sending her launching.
It's gonna fly back and land in a pile.
My apologies. I don't exactly know how to control this form just yet.
The fey-like elf in front of you just looks wide-eyed at what you have done. It's
Sharp
by its action.
Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Climb speed 6, 7. So we can't see this guy, so he's gonna put his mark onto the big guy there. And then he is going to chuck a javelin.
Okay.
It's injured, right? Sorry, hit it?
No, it is not injured.
Okay. Miss. And that's all he can do, because he can't pull 2 thrown weapons out.
Yep. Luna?
Okay, as a bonus action, she'll activate her boots of speed, so I get 60 movement.
You have 60 feet of movement?
By the boots of speed, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, the boots doubled my walking speed, so like that was my bonus action, so I used my full movement to get to where I am.
Okay.
More or less. And she'll point at the elf right in front of her and cast Whole Person on it.
Wisdom save? No.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, Wisdom save DC 17.
Makes it 17. Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
The elf is going to say in Elvish, "You are with this human. You will betray your people. Thariel will prevail, but some days it is better to retreat." And it will plane shift. It says this in Elvish, so only those of you who know Elvish would have understood it. Saying it directly to Luna. The final elf, seeing the leader of their group plane shift away, just drops its bow and puts its hands up. Sarani technically is your action.
I bonk it.
Yes, you do.
Bonk.
Roll damage.
Nighty night.
Or roll to hit and then roll damage.
I'll try to believe I'm right. Five? Or I'm sorry, 3.
Okay. It's Luna in Elvish. You can hear it saying, "I surrendered! I surrendered!"
Hearing that, she'll call out to Tsurani and like asking him to tie the elf or to capture him.
It will allow itself to be restrained.
I, there's so much I don't know what I'm. and Angus is like ducked down over the elven mage, just hands pressing against the body, panicking. And once again, from somewhere inside of him, he doesn't quite know where it's coming from, just like touches to the elf's chest, and spectral grey energy gathers and forms and coalesces. And Angus like takes it up and looks at it, and it's this perfect ornate little crystal lens, elven in design. He's just like, I don't know what I just did. Mirth, can you look at this?
Yeah. Sarani, get the prisoner. Luna, help him out. What is it? Kind of rush over.
And Angus is going to show you what is essentially one of the new features of the Phantom class. I have a token.
Yeah,
Of-
of the departed.
I need to check the exact wording of what they would describe it as.
Just a tiny token, I believe.
Token of the departed.
I'll kind of pinch it between my fingers. Visir, do you want to stay big?
I would prefer to be shrunk. It is difficult to maneuver.
Alright, I wave my hand and he kind of shrivels. I'll pinch the lens up to my face and kind of peer at it. It looks elvish. Did you just pull this from his I don't know.
His soul, maybe? I don't fully know what I was doing. I was trying to make sure he wouldn't die, but I guess this is a piece of him. I'll have to think about it a bit. See if I can figure out what this is for. There must be a purpose.
Is it a good thing if you pull it from his soul? Is that the preservation of his memory, or
I don't know, maybe we might be able to ask it a question. Maybe we should see if I can ask who that elf they were working for is. The one that disappeared. Valriel, that's their home, right? Where all the elves are from?
yeah, seems so. If you can do it. If not, well, keep it around and I'll take a closer look at it when we're not trying to.
Might have to have Luna here. He'll probably only be able to speak Elvish, right? I mean, so Angus is gonna wait until we have a quiet moment, and like if everything else is settled, then it's gonna try to like just concentrate on this little trinket that he's created, and like almost crush it in his fist, and have in the same way that sort of the form of Toral Vyas burst forth from him, have it just like rise, a sort of ghostly spectral image of this dead elven mage. And we get one question.
We should probably ask if they found any artifacts here.
Don't we know that they didn't? Because they wouldn't still be like rooting around in here if they did, right?
Mirth assumes that the fact they've been here for a couple of weeks and haven't left is because they haven't found anything.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm saying that I'm clarifying.
yeah.
Like if they made, maybe you should ask them if they made any progress, perhaps, or like if they, I don't know, if we can have some clues. Would that work?
Well, again, this would need to be Mirth and Luna, because again, the spirit's only really going to be able to understand the languages it knew in life. So as I said, Angus can't actually say anything because he doesn't speak Elvish. So it'd be whatever Mirth and Luna's question for the spirit would be. And that bit there, it says at the end, like, it has no obligation to be truthful, and answers as concisely as possible, eager to be free. The spirit only knows what it knew in life.
Luna, these are your racist cousins. I'll let you have the question. I'm gonna go search the room. And I'm gonna go start like checking the walls and cracking barrels open.
Okay.
There was another passage down at the entrance the other way, going left, by the way, so we should probably search that after.
I'll investigate that now.
Serrani, you scouted that way. Was there anything down there?
No, just a bunch of boxes, same as down here.
Alright, well, let's check the boxes then.
Okay.
Should we probably like question the elf we captured, then use the spell here? See what sticks.
It's probably a good idea. If we can get a general sense of what they were trying to do, I mean, the mage might know a bit more, you would think. Merwin was a wizard, right?
Yeah, quite a powerful one. 25 on investigation for this room.
I know. I'm just waiting to see what everybody is doing, and then I will sort
Gotcha.
through everyone's roles. I guess you're asking... You still haven't decided on a question you're asking the spirit, or if you're going to interrogate your prisoner, correct?
Yeah, Luna sort of raised the idea that, like, it might be better to question the captive first and get what information we can, because that might allow, like, a more specific, tailored question to ask, like, the dead spellcaster elf, because we get one question. Is the way they've reworked it, so...
Like, Luna like holds out her arm, signaling Angus, like, go first.
Okay. Well, Mirth, Visir, you're investigating these underground areas, breaking open boxes and opening up the various barrels down here. And what you're finding is food and water and wine that is, in spite of the amount of dust that is on these boxes and barrels, the food inside is completely fresh and preserved. There's enough food and water stored down here for months and months. You also find just boxes of you find boxes and crates of spellcasting components, like enough to last again months and months. In amongst some of those spellcasting components is a stash of diamonds.
Well, that's helpful.
You find...
No, use my jewelry. I'll use my expertise with jewelry to appraise them as fast as I can.
Roll 1d6.
Oh, big money.
Alright. Okay. Give me a sec, and I will tell you. All right. You find 6 diamonds, which you find, like, in one of these crates, you find this pouch of diamonds and a grinding wheel, and another pouch that has some diamond dust in it. These diamonds, these 6 diamonds you find, are worth about 100 gold each. And the dust in the pouch is about 75 gold worth of diamond dust. Mirth, you can make an Arcana check to understand what's going on here. Or if you're smart enough to figure it out, then you would know.
I have passive 23 if you want me to roll.
You don't need to roll. The spell non-detection and other wizard spells use diamond dust for spell casting.
Oh, clever. Okay.
Okay. So each of these diamonds is essentially enough for 4 uses of the spell non-detection, if it was ground up with the grinder. You also find this, Mirth. I don't know if you can see that now.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is something.
It wasn't there before, but it's
So,
there
like,
now. You can
secret
see
door,
it.
or it was just there, like out of the corner of my eye.
No, you see a secret door.
Okay.
It's just because it's secret, your character won't be able to perceive it, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
But
Gotcha.
now it is locked. Let me actually switch it out. There. Now it is a locked, visible door. Vasir, you find what I described in the other barrels as well. Just food, water, a barrel of wine, and a bunch of weird stuff that would be spellcasting components to any spellcaster, but to Vasir, he might just find it to be a bunch of weird random stuff in a barrel.
Nothing in particular use here, then.
Correct.
Just like a jar full of bat shit.
Yeah. There's a clay jar filled with guano.
Like a cup of vomit. I think that's a spell component for the acid ones.
Yeah, you find that the wall here, behind this barrel, is sits flush, but is hollow. Unlike the other stone walls that are solid, you can hear that it is hollow. You can hear dripping behind it. And as you're looking at it, you see what most people might think is simply a interestingly shaped crack in one of the stones. But to your discerning eye and your knowledge of stories and the arcane, you can tell that that crack is unusually specific in its shape, in the similar symbol of that represents Merwin in Sylvan.
Oh shit! Everyone, Vasir, get back in here.
I am here.
So, good news, bad news. Who wants what first?
Bad news first.
Right. Okay. So honestly, this is both good and bad. But something behind this wall. It sits flush, as you can see. I wouldn't touch it yet. It may explode. But it's marked with the seal of Merwin, which is promising. Also, more bad news. They're hiding things, a lot of things, with magic. Actually, this is probably good news for you, Luna, and I'll pull out the gems. You can use these to do some, I don't know, pulling souls back. Diamonds and dust. bad thing is the dust is used for a spell that can hide creatures and objects from divination magic. So they're hiding something down here. Or they're hiding things. And these are all spell components.
Do we have a way around that?
Not until I can find the thing they're hiding and dispel the magic.
Mirth, this was in a dusty old crate that had not been unopened for years. Or that had not been opened for years. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So something was hiding something down here a while ago.
Is it possible it was Merwin himself? This was his retirement cabin. He was sort of a renowned figure within the Empire. Might have not wanted people spying on him while he's, relaxing in a bathrobe.
That briefly occurred to me, and then I realized I didn't want to be stuck in childish euphoria and happiness for the next hour, so I've kind of pushed that away for now. But yeah, I suppose that's a possibility. Can I start ritual casting Detect Magic?
You can.
So Luna, here, keep these. I'll toss her the diamonds. I'm keeping the dust. I don't think you need it, right?
She awkwardly smiles while catching the diamonds. This is fine. Thank you, Mirth.
There's a pestle in here if you need to break them down. I don't know what you use to...
Oh, it's not a pestle. It's literally a grinding
It's a
wheel.
grinding station, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you... Alright, diamonds. If you need to break them, there's a toolkit here to do so.
Have we gone through all these boxes yet?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume you were taking your time and cracking open the different crates, right? So I just gave you a general list of what you would find if you did.
Okay.
There's fresh fish, Sarani. It's in a box that looks really old, but when you pop it open, the fish is, like, absolutely fresh. Like, just caught.
Oh, me and Sharp Eye are gobbling the crap out of this and busy putting it in pockets and in various spots on our body.
I believe Merwin probably made it so that these boxes were capable of preserving whatever food he placed in them for long periods of time. There is another room in the opposite side that has similar boxes filled with food in general, as well as a wine barrel and what seem to be a lot of nondescript objects.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna make sure the door is safe. If anybody has anything to do in the next few minutes, I suggest you get to it. If all goes well, Angus should hopefully be able to get the door open.
I can probably do that. Luna and I, we should talk to the captive, see what information we can get, and then hopefully...
Mark, just to understand, the grinder, what's that exactly? Why do I need to use it for the diamond?
It's for making dust
Yes.
out of material.
Yeah.
Some spell components require you to have like jewel dust of some sort.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Greater Restoration does, notably. But yeah, so I'll take the diamond dust.
Mirth, do you need the crystal dust? The diamond dust?
I can cast a spell, actually. I don't need it right now, but could prove useful. Do you need it more? I have no aversion to letting you have it. I was just wondering.
Like, to use Greater Restoration, I might need it. And out of character, these 5 diamonds, I guess, Mark, I can use...
You have 6
Six.
diamonds that are worth
Six.
100 gold each. You
6 diamonds, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
you can use... so you can... you essentially have 600 gold worth of diamonds.
So that's enough for Raise Dead and a
Yeah, okay.
Greater Restoration, or 2 Revivifies.
Yeah.
Math.
And to turn a diamond into dust, do I know how much time will it take? Or how can I find...
Probably a while, But the diamond dust is mostly used for spells that require diamond dust, right? So, like, if you don't have
Yeah,
any
like if
spells
the-
that require diamond dust, there's no reason to do that.
I just need it for greater restoration, so in case I ever use it, that's it.
Yeah, you can
Like,
spend a few hours grinding diamonds into dust if you want to. The thing is, the grinder is heavy, right? It's like a piece of heavy duty jeweler's equipment.
So, Mirth, how much time do you think do we need to get past that door?
Well, after 10 minutes, Mirth, you can see a magic aura upon the door and upon all the crates and barrels.
All right. Oh, okay. So is the one on the crates and barrels? I think non-detection is abjuration or transmutation. It's on the bard. It's on the bard spell list. So would it match the school of non-detection?
The magic on the crates and barrels? No, the magic on the crates and barrels is the magic preserving the food and wine and water. So it'd probably be, I'm not sure if it would be conjuration or transmutation.
Honestly, it might be necromancy. If it's, I think
preserving.
gentle repose is necromancy.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, it would be whatever school makes sense for that to happen. Okay.
All right, and the door?
The door is abjuration.
Yikes. Okay. So I'm guessing when I step through this door, it's going to cast, foresight on me or invulnerability.
If you touch the door is going to cast upon you. If you're guessing, let's see. If I were to guess, if Mirth were to guess what abjuration spell the door would cast on him, probably it would be like, I don't know, imprisonment.
Oh, fun. So it's
You
a
don't
spell
know.
glyph, basically.
You don't know, but yeah, you
Yeah.
can detect abjuration magic on the door.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get the spell off this door. Do we have anything to ask the prisoner before we find out what's on the other side?
Seems like passing through that door might lead us to whatever. Might like all our answers are behind that door, I guess.
I don't believe we'll
so.
be able to get anything of use out of the prisoner, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're not
Most
the
of them
nicest, are they?
Most of them are fairly uncooperative, and if they did know anything, it likely wouldn't be anything we wouldn't already find out by opening the door.
I can't help to ask, at least, to know whether this ward is one that Merwin left, that they have been unable to break, or if their spellcaster is the one who put this here. We can try, at least. It does us no good to just kill them. And
I have no intention on killing anyone, Angus. I never have.
Luna, please, help me translate. I can't speak to him, but you can.
Like, she crosses her arm and agrees with you. Go ahead.
Just gonna sit cross-legged on the floor next to this elf that we've got tied up. We know that you came here because you were looking for Merwin and all his secrets and the things that are down here. Did you make any progress in that regard?
I'll translate that to the elf exactly, like you said it.
No. Kaelin could not get past that door.
And DM, do I realize? Do I catch if he's being a bit hiding something?
No, he's being straightforward when he answers that. He simply says Kaelin couldn't get past that door and nods in the direction of what Mirth has found.
I'll ask him back in Elvish. Who's Keelan? The one that shifted away?
Yes.
I'll relay that to Angus.
He seemed different than the others. Is he one of the ones from Valeriel?
Again, uh, translate everything.
Does the name Zakamon mean anything to you?
He says to you, I am from Thalria, and I seek its glory. But I have been left behind. And telling you that Kalen could not get past the door reveals not much else. I'm willing to tell you this much. For he came to the same conclusion as your friend there. That it could be dangerous. And I do not wish to die. And I do not know this name, Zakamon.
And more generally, are the elves of Thariel aware of the threat that has recently come into our world? That there are 8 demon lords of the pit amassing power out there in the hidden corners of the world. And for as much as you may hate the Empire and those of us that were born in the years after its collapse, it still benefits us to cooperate against a mutual enemy rather than let an old grudge see all of us suffer. I do not wish for you to die. I am willing to let you go this day, even knowing that you may return to Valriel and take up arms against me again in the future.
I'll translate that, but I'll just add at the end that he's willing to let you go. I might not be so inclined to.
If you speak to me of things that are far beyond my care or ability to change, I wish to see my homeland restored to its former place of prominence, and for the Cretans that persecuted us to be brought low. If there are these evil things in the world, then the king knows of them and will deal with them.
I'll relay that.
Angus, I think it is important to put forward the idea that it is possible the Thalriel elves are being manipulated by one of these lords that we are after. If that is the case, seeking their alliance is, well, impossible. Even cooperation.
Angus is just like, closes his eyes, looking up at the ceiling, just thinking back. He has centuries of memories filling his head now from when the Empire was still in effect. And very few of those people were human. They know some of the Empire's oppression and what it was to be pushed to the fringes. But still, in his heart, he believes that we stand stronger together. But Vizier has a point. It seems likely that they are being manipulated, but I would still prefer to cause as little bloodshed as possible. There may be a war coming. We can't expect to deal with every threat that comes. the more people we have that are able to take up a blade and defend the people that they love, the better off we'll all be.
If I am correct and there is a lord that is manipulating their actions, then our success might avoid such a war from breaking out.
I can only hope that you're right. Angus is gonna push himself to his feet, get up, and start walking towards the door, and then look back, sort of haltingly at Luna. I realize that I made a promise on your behalf without really consulting you. Please don't make me go and tell Elendar that we can't bring Eldareth back. Not when we have that power.
I don't understand, why do you want to resurrect a fanatic? He'll just go and kill people. Do you want to have that on your conscience? Because I don't. Helping them once is not gonna change who they are.
Seer's gonna kind of like put a hand on Luna's shoulder and just sort of like look at her through his visage. Luna, it is fundamentally paramount to people like us that we believe in things like second chances. You have power. I have power. Angus, Sarani, Mirth. We are all, for lack of a better word, above average in terms of what we are capable of doing to affect the world. With that comes a level of responsibility to the people that we affect with that power. It is not up to us whether or not people should stay dead. If we kill people, and we are capable of bringing them back, we must believe that it is possible that that might affect their lives moving forward. If we do not, then there are a great many people in this world that we will task ourselves with executing because we believe them to be too dangerous to others. And that is not a decision, I think, that we should make.
Luna, might I remind you that despite your current stance on not wanting to help those who you think led a bad life or will continue to lead a bad life, I must remind you that you were the one who went rushing off to the mountains to aid the people you barely knew, the ones that had made a deal with the spitball we are currently going to hunt down in hell. So, I don't know what's up recently. I don't think they've been nice to you. But I don't think they warrant this level of spitefulness and discare when it comes to the handling of life and death. And you of all people in this team should hold that in sanctity and in heart and mind.
Mirth, you speak somewhat out of turn on that one. I'm not sure if you remember, but the last time Luna brought somebody back, it was an incredibly draining experience for her. This is not something that she is taking lightly.
I'm fully aware of that, but you'll notice that it wasn't about her not wanting to do it, it was why she didn't want to do it, and that's because of the person she was affecting, not herself. And it has never been about herself. She would not have brought back a lizard we met in a swamp just some random time ago as a result of an ill-fated duel if she didn't care for herself, or rather if she didn't care for him. It's never been about Luna, it's always been about the people she's worked to save and to protect, and that's always been us. And I hope it includes people who don't show you the same level of kindness that you've put out into the world before you. I would hate to have you end up like one of these. Now, if we're done with that, I have the words of an archwizard to dispel. So, who's looking forward to that?
While this has all been going on, Sarani's been taking the dead bodies upstairs and putting them in the shack with the other ones where Puddle put them. Also, Sarani is talking to the pixie to find out what she found out about this very circle.
Just to respond to everyone. So Luna's silent. Luna's silent during like listening what everybody's saying, and right after Mirth is done, he tells them that I am not willing to stand in front of parents and tell them that their child has died because of something that I did or I did not do. And yes, Mirth, we're done here.
Then kill me where I stand.
I'm sorry. Come again.
Then kill me where I stand. I will not be your fucking assassin anymore if you can't do this for me. I'm your knife in the dark. Kill, Angus. Kill. You're a life cleric. And I am asking you to restore a life that I took in error. That I am cursed. I carry death inside me. And I, without fucking thinking, killed somebody. And you can fix it. And you won't. So your pain matters. And mine doesn't. My soul can rot. I can drop dead where I stand. And I'll reincarnate again. And some other poor fucking version of me will repeat this bullshit cycle over and over and over. You know who I am. I've told you. You know the darkest depths of me. I burned a church to the ground. So don't sit here and moralize about, oh, how could I possibly heal somebody that might do bad things in the future? Have I done any fucking good since you've been around healing me? Really? Genuinely? I like to think so. A little bit. We're getting there. But why should I get that chance? And not Eldorath?
Angus, it might be a good idea if you stepped outside to get some air.
Vasir, how about you and Luna step outside and get some air? Angus, I'll need your help at the door.
I can't. Don't make me do this, please. He loves him. He fucking loves him.
Luna will gently walk towards Angus and like take his head into her hand and look him straight in the eye and tell him that you're a fool to think that I'll leave you in this state. I will resurrect the elf. And
I'm
she'll
sorry.
just walk away. She'll just walk away silently and just maybe ask Basir to stay with them. She needs to prepare this on her own.
Are you certain?
She shakes her head that yeah, that's her decision.
Do not allow this particular resurrection to take the toll that the last one did.
Mirth will just pull Angus into a very tight hug and like press his forehead against Angus's. It's okay. Look.
There's got to be a way to break it, to break this curse.
Yes,
I
there
can't.
will be a way, and I'm going to find it, and we're going to shove it down that stupid necromancer's throat when I do. Okay? Okay? I swear, I promise you this. After all this is done, I'm going to find a way. I don't care what I have to do it. I'm going to find it, and we're going to do it. And you can rest, or they can rest, and whatever's in you can rest. Okay? So we don't have to... So we don't have to deal with this going forward. Because I don't think any of us want to. Especially the other 5 of you. Or 6, or 7, or 8. I don't know how many there are, I don't know who they are, and neither do you, and that's the problem. So I'm going to find a fucking way to end it. Okay? But right
And,
now...
like, as Mirth talks, is like steadying his breathing. And sort of like brushes his eyes, looks up, sort of like cracks like a very weak grin. and miles to go before I sleep, right? We don't have time for this right now. We have...
We do. We don't.
A job
We
to do.
have a door to get through. And just... Please remember, you're not just a knife in the dark, alright? And, Mirth will use Minor Illusion to create a set of 5 illusory aces reminiscent of the first card game they played together where they both cheated, and just hand them to Angus with a smile. Right.
You've really got to teach me that one.
It's really useful until you've got half a dozen angry sailors trying to bump your head in for using it. But yeah, maybe sometime. Right now I've got another god wizard to deal with, so I'll go and start tracing my hands over the glyphs on the door and preparing to spell magic.
Okay. I will need you to make a roll to dispel
Yes.
the spell.
I will use guidance as well.
Okay.
$26.
As you trace the patterns of the spell, you catch the lines of it and unweave the first of the abjuration spells
Oh,
that
shit.
is cast upon this door. In the meantime, Sarani,
Yes.
you find the pixie.
Oh, goody.
She is hopping from toadstool to toadstool on that circle that you found, and as she does, each one kind of lights up a kind of pale, pastel color, a different pastel color with each one, and makes a tiny fey tone as she does, and she's just kind of humming to herself.
Hello, friend.
Oh, hello. You're back.
Yes, yes. Unpleasantries, as you can see.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want that.
As he's got 4 bodies with him.
She frowns a little bit. Poor creatures. Did they deserve it?
They are trying to destroy the civilization that has taken me in. So I do not know whether they know what they are doing. They may be under the influence, but they did attack. So one must defend themselves. That is the law, the rule of the wild, as it is.
Must one? Oh.
You should defend yourself.
She shrugs.
But that is how to Mirth put it, a philosophical debate for another time.
Sounds boring.
It is. But Mirth has been known to come up with some rather interesting ways of dealing with problems, so he's not very bad. What did you find out?
I didn't mean he sounds boring. I meant that philosophical sounds boring.
Oh, yes, definitely. It's maddeningly.
I found these toadstools to hop on.
I see that. Any indication about whether we can use the ring to travel to the Fae or somewhere else?
Oh, is that what you asked me? Yes, you can. Travel to the Fae with these.
Do you know how?
Yes.
Can you show me?
Sure, watch. And she hops into the circle and transports to the Feywild.
So Zorani says out loud, well, that seems simple enough. And he jumps into the circle.
And you land in the circle.
Hmm. I mentally beckon her back.
Do you, how long does the spell last? And
An hour.
Can you mentally beckon her from the Feywild?
It does not specify. Let me double check here.
Yeah, specify what it says.
She's a spirit, so I don't know if she can actually move into the Fae.
She's a Fae spirit, though, so that's her home plane. So,
Sure.
She'll pop back. Did you see how it was done?
When you stepped into the circle and disappeared.
Yes.
I need something, but how?
Well, fairy magic.
I'm not a fairy.
Oh, you want to know how you couldn't do it?
Yes.
You asked me to find out
How I could do it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can do it easy.
Well, I know that.
I don't know how. I don't know how plant thing magic works. I only know how fairy magic works.
Could you take other people with you?
Maybe. I've never tried that. How many people?
5. Well,
did you know that 5 is more than 4 and less than 6?
I did know that.
I find that very fun.
Did you know that we found a secret entrance to the wizard Merwin's stash?
Is that what the circle is?
No, it's downstairs. Would you like to see it?
Oh, because there was a bunch of stuff on the other side of this circle in the Feywild.
Can you take me there and bring me back?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Well, why don't you try, please? I'm in the circle already, so...
Right. Okay. Ready? You have to count to 5, which is more than 4 and less than
4,
6.
But not 6.
Yes.
Yes.
Count to 5, and then believe in fairy magic really hard.
Okay, well, I call Steve back to me.
Is Steve a Fey spirit familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, he's a winged monkey, but...
Right, well, they're right, but your familiar takes a form, but it is either a fiendish Fey or celestial spirit that takes that form.
So he's a Fey.
Okay.
I call Steve over. This is Steve.
Hi, Steve. You look more like a Mr. Giggles to me.
No, that's not the first time he's been called that.
I like this fairy.
Oh, that's his Fey spirit name.
Yes.
I know because I'm a Fey spirit, and I know Steve.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, well, Steve's my friend.
Well, Steve's my friend.
Well, then we're all friends.
He was my friend first.
Well, probably. You're probably much older than I.
Yes. So you should listen to what I say, and I should not have to listen to what you say.
If only that were the way the magic worked.
I know, right? And she stamps her foot.
But if you help me get there and collect that stuff and come back, I will release you, and then sometimes I will summon you back and you can play with Steve.
I don't... Well, does that mean that you tell Steve what to do too?
No, I ask Steve. Steve does what he wants sometimes.
Well, why do you get to ask Steve, but you tell me? I want to be your familiar, and you... No, I don't want that. That doesn't seem fun.
You could both be my familiar. And then you and Steve can hang out and do face stuff together.
Would I have to stay here and not be there?
I'm not sure. Steve has another there to go to. See, watch. I blink him into his pocket dimension.
What did you do to Steve?
He went to his own little dimension. That's all his. Where he stays safe and gets to do Steve things.
Alone?
Yeah, alone. Would you like to go with him next time?
Be alone with Mr. Giggles? No, I wouldn't want that. Don't you know what Mr. Giggles is like when you get him alone?
No.
Well, you certainly don't want to. Anyway, let's see if I can pop you on the other side of this circle.
Okay, let's go. I put Steve in his pocket dimension in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong. Actually, I leave Steve here because I can communicate with Steve through the planes, can't I?
I don't think so. I think you have to be on the same plane of existence.
Same plane of existence. All right, I'll bring Steve with me.
Okay.
Assuming it works.
She tells you, now remember, you have to count to 5, which is more than
not
4 and less than 6.
Less than 6.
And then believe in fairy magic really hard.
I do.
Are you sure?
I've seen it.
That's not the same as believing.
Well, when I see it, I believe it. So I believe it.
Audience participation. We need everybody watching at home to clap your hands.
Yes.
I think Emmy is already doing that, to be honest.
Yes. I think Emmy is just waiting for Steve and me to disappear in a poof.
What kind of fae did you summon with your magic? Can you put the spell up real quick?
The mirthful one. Here. There you go. Mirthful.
Show me the spells.
I did.
I see it. Okay. The Fey spirit will attempt to pass through the circle, the fairy circle, and take you with it.
And I'll hold on to her tiny little hand while I do it.
Okay. You watch the circle begin to alight around you. And as the sparkly magic of fairies begins to roil and float within sight of you, we'll switch back to what Mirth and the rest are doing down there.
There's no place like the Feywild. There's no place like the Feywild. There's no place like the Feywild.
Mirth.
Mark.
you have dispelled an abjuration spell from the door.
Joy. With my detect magic, could I see how many are left, or like sense the layers?
There's still abjuration aura on it, so I don't know if you would be able to see the layers of abjuration magic. What
you
does
know what I
detect
can
magic
do actually? You
What's
know what
that?
I can do? I can I'm gonna ritual cast identify on it, which shows me all spells active on the
Nice.
target.
Okay.
Magics.
Okay. The spells that are left upon it are a very high level glyph of warding, which is holding a spell inside of it. Does it tell you what spell the glyph would be holding?
That's probably up to you. You choose one object that you touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created a spell, you learn which spell created it. So that's up to you.
Okay. So it's a spell glyph.
Which is holding another spell glyph.
Yes, he did have to touch the object that activated the ward, but that doesn't necessarily mean that touching the object is what activates the ward. You can set what the trigger is. When you cast the spell, you inscribe a glyph that later unleashes a specific magical effect.
Turns out it's a specifically worded spell, so that if anybody says the word abnegation, it binds that person up in abjuration magic specifically to capture Oscar if he ever comes down here.
Yes.
Okay. What does identify specifically say again? I'm so sorry.
I'll throw it up in the chat.
Yeah, please do that, because I'm reading like a bunch of spells right now.
Yeah.
You learn
Glyph of warding is just magical energy. It doesn't contain.
You learn whether any spells. No, you can set it as explosive runes or spell glyph.
Yes, you can set it as a spell glyph.
You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are.
Okay, then you know that a glyph of warding set with the spell glyph, a 9th level glyph of warding, is on the store.
Okay.
Okay.
Ouch.
So you can store a spell. You can store a prepared spell of 3rd level or lower in the glyph. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the
increases.
Yes, you can store any spell of up to the same level as the slot you use for the glyph of warding.
So this motherfucker has like an imprisonment in it, or like a power word kill.
If the spell, let's see. You know that the spell being stored has no immediate effect when cast in this way. When the glyph is triggered, the stored spell is cast. And you decide, the caster decides what triggers the glyph when the spell is cast. For glyphs inscribed on a surface, the most typical triggers include touching or standing on the glyph, removing another object covering the glyph, or approaching within a certain distance, or manipulating the object on which the glyph is inscribed. If the spell summons hostile creatures, it targets the creature that triggered this glyph.
And they remain for the full duration.
Yeah, if the spell has a target, it targets the creature that triggered the glyph. If the spell affects an area, the area is centered on that creature. If the spell summons hostile creatures or creates harmful objects or traps, they appear as close as possible to the intruder and attack it. If the spell requires concentration, it lasts until the end of its full duration. So that is what you know about Glyph of Warding from using Identify. The other spell that is on here is there is a Forbiddance spell on here as well.
Oof.
That is
targeting what creature type?
You create a ward against magical travel that protects up to 40,000 square feet of floor space to a height of 30 feet above the floor. For the duration, creatures cannot teleport into the area or use portals, such as those created by the gate spell, to enter the area. The spell proofs the area against planar travel and therefore prevents creatures from accessing the area by way of Ancestral Plane, Ethereal Plane, Feywild, Shadowfell, or Plane Shift. If, in addition, the spell damages types of creatures that can choose when you cast it. Choose one or more of the following: Celestial, Elemental, Fey, Fiend, or Undead. It specifically is Fiend. When a Fiend enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature takes radiant damage. When you cast the spell, you designate a password. A creature that speaks the password as it enters the area takes no damage from the spell. The spell's area can't overlap with the area of another Forbiddance spell. And if you cast Forbiddance every day for 30 days in the same location, the spell lasts until it is dispelled.
Right. Is that all of them?
Those are the two that are left.
Alright, it's just come to my attention that Dispel Magic targets every magical effect on the target.
Oh, does it?
It does. Any spell of 3rd or lower on the target ends for each spell of 4th level or higher. Make an ability check.
Okay, so for each spell, you'll have to make the ability check. So you'll have to
Yes.
make 2 more checks.
Yeah. Neither of which have guidance. So second one is a 17, which fails against the 9th level glyph.
Yes.
And the last one is a 17. Forbiddance is 6th level, right?
Forbiddance is a 6th level spell, so that ends.
Alright. I'm gonna burn Inspiration on the second one. To reroll that. Oh shit, okay.
Angus. Or David, I'm pretty sure that in the 2,000 plus years of his lifespan, his wisdom went up over a 9 at some point.
Are we sure? Are we absolutely sure?
We're not sure. I'm just
So it's 10 is what you're saying.
making assumptions.
Are we confirming Andal is Merwin?
No. Other games have confirmed that Andal is Merwin, but I'm not confirming it here.
Boy, okay. So there's one 9th level glyph on this next. On this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want it there because it's going to...
I know what the password is.
You can try dispelling it again.
I'm gonna try to... yeah, I don't want it around. Alright, this magic. I can use guidance again on this one. Woo! There it goes.
There it goes. You
Idiot
dispel
himself.
the spell.
Can you use my inspiration? Oh, 31, never
He
mind.
rolled a 31. He's good.
I got a 20 to 3.
I thought, well,
Is that right, Mark?
What? Oh, did you send me a thing?
No, I put it in
in the
Twitch.
Twitch chat.
No, that is not.
That would be.
That's not it.
That's the only fiend you'd want to let in.
That's
But
not.
yeah, that
her
is,
name.
yeah. One step up from password, unlike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, would be like your girlfriend's name.
Yes.
That's
That's what
well.
I'm saying. Like,
Isn't Dess's name though? Actually,
First of
I
all,
remember
is that
what
that
her
is
name
not
was.
Dess's name.
no, I know.
That's
We
But
just
that's
never
what-
found out in character because the campaign collapsed.
correct.
But that's the name everybody thinks it is.
Andal wouldn't think that.
That's assuming Andal didn't do something stupid and make her leave anyway.
I guess you'll have to just keep playing and find out.
As far as we know from the Monday game, Andal literally went to hell to get Dess back. So like, they're up there as far as Orin couples go.
Yeah, not bad.
I mean, it's no Kolok's Crumpets, but it's
So he dispels that. What happens to me?
Ah, yes. Mirth, you bring the spells down. Now you simply have a locked secret door in front of you.
Bye-bye, wizard magic.
You know who you need here? You need Dan. Dan's good at opening doors.
As a reminder, just to point out, Mirth, it took you casting Dispel Magic twice and rolling ridiculous numbers to unlock it.
To beat Merwin, I think I'll. My ego is fine.
Yeah, your ego is fine.
I got a
I'm gonna
30
burn
on
inspiration to re-roll that.
Oh yeah, okay. I can give you guidance as well, which is like a bunch of like down-putting whispers in your ear.
You have guidance. You get to roll a d4. There you go.
and
14.
And you also still have bardic inspiration, I might add.
Oh, you do have a bardic
use yours.
inspiration.
Roll it too.
Will it work if I give him my inspiration?
No, he already used it to gain advantage. That's
Hey,
a 20. Okay. That.
Somewhere on the other side of the world, Dan is just like, come on, man.
Yeah, Dan's like, I got a key for that.
That unlocks the door. You find, Angus, the lock is hidden within the shape of the door, which was the first difficulty in actually figuring out how to unlock it, because it is not a typical lock. But you're able to discover how to manipulate it with your thieves' tools and get the door unlocked.
Ooh.
North's just gonna glances over at Angus with like childlike wonder in his eyes. May I?
We should probably wait for everybody to be ready. We have no idea what's down there.
Oh yeah, right. Of course, yeah. We should definitely do that. Luna, this here. We're not dead, and the door is open. And I'll send a message to Serrani, who doesn't receive it because he's in the. Oh, actually, we don't know if he's there or not. But...
Yeah,
I mean, I'm here, but like Luna's off. She's doing
Angus
her own
is
thing.
gonna take the captive elf and just like help him up to his feet with his hands still bound behind his back, and just like lead him out and help him up the passage. And again, just put him with the sort of set of elves we've got lying out on the lawn.
Okay, Sharpeye is going to go out there and watch over the elves, because Lulinar. I'm pretty sure Lulinar left because you had the water elemental to watch the elves, and he was like, "I led you." He said to you, "I led you to the cabin." That's
yeah, he
what
was
you.
angry at us.
Yeah, that's what you asked me to do.
Yeah.
That's what I was here for. So I don't need to be here anymore. So
He was also
Sharpeye
fairly
is-
upset about the fact that we killed some elves.
Yeah, Sharpeye is going to stay with the elves and stand watch over them.
I don't think it's much to stand watch. I locked them all inside the.
You lock the dead elves inside there. There's
No,
a
no, I put them inside the building, not in the cage. The other guys are in the cage.
Gotcha. There were like a ton of elves. I guess you could squeeze them all in there.
Bunch of bodies. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can stack bodies fairly simply.
Well, not all of them are dead. There's all the ones that you fought. All the ones that you fought up there were gentle reposed or were stabilized by Lulinar and Angus.
Yeah, then they're all just laying out in rows.
Yeah.
Nice neat rows in the front lawn.
Yep, that's exactly where you guys left them. So Sharpeye's gonna go stand watch over the unconscious elves. You guys have made good use of all of your 50 feet of rope that each one of you carry on a normal basis. Oh, Serrani, we'll get to you. Don't worry. We'll get to
Hey,
you.
thanks for the follow, Sammy Burger.
Nobody can find Serrani when you bring up the elf prisoner and Sharpeye decides to stand over them. Luna, you've gone up and out there as well, and you see Angus bring up the elf. But yeah, Serrani's nowhere to be found.
ropes. And nobody seems to notice
Yeah.
that they've lost a giant swamp.
Angus, Sharp-Eyed plops himself down with the elves, taking the prisoner and putting him with the rest of them. And you and Luna are kind of left upstairs by yourselves for a moment.
Yeah. I'm sorry for what I said. I shouldn't accuse you of not caring. It has been good for me traveling with you. You and Vasir have helped me be a better person. I just want to extend that courtesy to other people. And Angus is just going to somewhat awkwardly, like, I'll go find Sirani and see about getting Mirth to top up the telepathy ritual, and just going to find a reason to excuse himself from the room.
Luna doesn't respond, but she just nods. And I guess she'll be preparing for the big spell.
Oh, are you planning to do that right now? Because we're.
Yeah, I was saying unless you're gonna call us to.
I mean, I was saying it down here because I got the wards off, and I don't want you to be like keeling over dead when we get inside.
Then Luna will tell the first elf we capture that that he will see his friend again, and she'll tell Mirth telepathically that she's on her way.
Okay. Eventually, all of you, except for Sirani, make your way down to the door, now that the wards are down. But Mirth, you've yet to open it, correct?
I have. I've been waiting as much as he hates it.
Well, everybody's here except Sirani and Sharp-Eyed.
Shh, Sarani can wait. He's got another 300 years on the clock.
Just gonna make like a general investigation roll as I'm like walking the grounds, like looking for any trace of where Sarani's got to.
You find a what your elven wizard past life would have associated with being a fairy circle, which can often be used as an entrance to the Feywild and back. You find Steve droppings in the circle. That is
Just gonna like make a careful circuit around the fairy circle and like squinting into the bushes. Sarani, just gently brushing each one, just checking to see that he's not one of like the rooted bushes.
If he is, he's not responding, and that might be a little weird.
Oh. Okay, what do I know about the Feywild? It's terrifying. And sometimes Fey creatures abduct people from the material plane, so guys! Sarani might have been kidnapped!
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, Sarani, obey the sovereign! Sarani, don't go away too far from your sovereign! Sarani! Oh, it's gonna be fine, they said. Sarani's gonna stick with the party, they said. Oh, damn it. Okay, we don't have time for this. I'm getting... I'm trimming him when he gets back. Alright. Angus, unless you have a way to reliably find him, I can't talk to him through the telepathy. So,
Yeah, you can't reach him through the telepathy.
yeah, can we just get these doors open and deal with whatever the fuck he did afterwards?
Okay, I mean, we know there's a vault down there. Maybe there's something that can help. Look for anything associated with the Fae. Does no one have any interest in elves, do you know?
Well, all of this scripture is in Sylvan, so...
I,
And he didn't... I'm guessing he didn't set up a cabin in the middle of an elvish forest for the tourist attractions, so...
just to be clear, David, like, you saying that Surani is missing was said by telepathically, right?
Yeah, if the bond's still up, then yeah. But it'd probably also be just generally calling out. Because it's like, if Serani is out there somewhere...
Then at some point, Luna would, like, just say, I might have a way to contact him. To be sure.
Okay, well, what's the way? Sending?
Yeah.
Then do it while I open the doors.
Okay, you can cast sending. There's a 5% chance that it won't get to him, so roll a d100. Wow. You almost managed to fail.
It comes in broken. It's staticky.
Like,
You're going through a tunnel.
I could have used. So, anyways,
what are you casting? Even on a d100, you can't roll higher than 10.
yeah,
You're in the wrong game. You should be playing Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, definitely.
I should change it back to, like, you know, having to roll, like, you know, THACO rules just for Luna.
I should have used divine intervention on that. Let's see. Anyways, descending. Surani, can you hear me? Where are you? Are you okay?
Sarani,
Yes?
you are standing in a fairy circle inside of what looks like an arcane home of some type in the Feywild. And carved at about 2 feet high on the wall in a childlike script are the words, Andal was here.
Oops.
You're now in the place that Andal was stuck in the Feywild and learned magic. But Bob's not here this time.
No, but Steve is.
Steve no longer looks like a flying monkey. Steve now looks like whatever Steve would look like in the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
So you can respond to Angus' sending however you would.
Luna sending?
Or Luna
Because
sending.
if Angus,
You know what I meant.
if Angus does the sending, Sarani's gonna be freaked the fuck out.
No, Luna's sending. You knew what I meant.
I'm here in the Feywild, in a wizard's study, home. I look around. Cave. It's a cave.
He's in the Feywild.
What the? Why? How? When?
Somehow he found himself in the Feywild.
Well, he's gonna. No,
How do
we
you manage
don't.
that one?
We don't have time for this. I'm gonna push open the doors. Wish him luck for me.
I'll cast Sending again. Surani. We'll find a way to get to you. But if you can come back, please do, as soon as possible. Stay safe.
Okay. I believe I'm fairly safe. It's the Feywild. There's no demon lords here trying to ruin the place. Plus, Steve is here with me.
Aren't
Well,
there?
although he looks like a very large four-armed creature now. I'll be back soon. Question mark.
Mirth, are you
How?
opening the door?
How the hell did he end up in the Feywild?
Through a fairy circle.
Not talking to you.
Angus can tell you the same thing.
This is. For now, if there's something down here that can help, I mean, wizards can do that sort of thing, right? They can cross the plains.
Yep.
If not, Lark can go to the Feywild. That's how she got to me. We may need to call them for help. If we can't find a way to get Sarani back on her own, then she may be able to help us.
Well, sounds like as good as a plan as we always have.
Open the door.
Give us our shmoney, and I'll shove the double doors open.
Go ahead. Click on the door. It opens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I know you've been waiting for it. You could click on the door at any time.
Foundry is so fancy. Oh, what is this? Doesn't. Oh, this is. Huh. This doesn't look all happy fairy.
No.
Just generally keeping an eye out for traps of any variety.
We just lost it, Surani.
There's a creature in that circle.
Oh. Shit, Oh, shit. That's a Deva.
That's a...
Planetar, sorry.
Yes, that is a planetar. And that circle... give me a Arcana check, Mirth.
Good at those. 31. Well, 33 with help. Or 22 without.
Great. Where did this spell go so I can tell you what it is now?
Magic circle.
No, it's not Magic Circle. It's stronger than Magic Circle.
Planar binding?
It's a planar binding. It is a
sh-
permanent planar binding.
Fuck.
Holding that angelic creature within it. The
Hi.
Oh god, wait, permanent. Wait, I think. Oh shit, wait, 9th level spell is for a year and a day, I think, so.
Yep.
Oh fuck, this is like 10th level magic. I dispel it.
brilliant idea.
Hi. I'm the Angel of Thondra.
You,
I love you, David.
in a voice that sounds like song made life. That rings out in both your mind and your ears. The being says, "You are a mortal soul.
Yes, I like to think all of us are.
Soul's mortal.
Mark, can I make a religion check?
Mm-hmm.
In case I know anything about this.
Sure." The these shelves hold candles burning in these globes, and around the kind of like around this book back here as well on this altar.
Pardon, but who are you and what's this?
Luna, you know this is a planetar. The planetar is covered is wearing bracers and a necklace and carrying a sword in his hands, and all of them have symbols of Orad upon them.
Bada bing, bada boo.
He is what you know about planetars are it is an angelic celestial agent sent forth into the planes to further the agenda of its god. Its sublime beauty and presence can drive awestruck onlookers to their knees. This one is bound. Angels act out the will of their gods with tireless devotion. An angel follows a single driving purpose, as decreed by its deity. However, an angel is incapable of following commands that stray from the path of law and good. Angels slay evil creatures without remorse. The embodiment of law and good, an angel is almost never mistaken in its judgments. This quality can create a sense of superiority in an angel, a sense that comes to the fore when an angel's task conflicts with the goals of another creature. Angels do not require food, drink, or sleep, and planetars specifically act as the weapons of the gods they serve, presenting a tangible representation of their deity's might. A planetar can call down rain to relieve a drought, or can loose an insect plague to devour crops. A planetar's celestial ears detect every falsehood, and its radiant eyes see through every deception. Planetars are muscular, hairless and have opalescent green skin and white feathered wings. They tower over most humanoids, brandishing immense swords with grace, sometimes sent to aid powerful mortals on important tasks for good. Planetars are especially fond of missions that involve battling fiends.
So I assume we fall to our knees when we see him?
You know all of this. I don't know if the rest of your companions do, but everyone in the room can tell that it is an angelic creature shining radiance and trapped within some kind of binding.
Can I scan the room really quickly and try and discern whether there's anything other than the candles and the...
You see the book. Your eyes fall on the book. And as they do, I think we end it here for now.
I'm going to be back in like 5 minutes. I'm going
Okay.
to grab the wife real quick.
That's fine. We're going to end it here. Alex has a 5 o'clock stop. Do one quick favorite moment for each of your characters and one for one other character. Try to do someone other than yourself. Alex, you can go first in case you have to bail.
I always love playing Vizier when he has his astral visage up and he's trying to be all reasonable and calm and such, especially since it doesn't seem to have any difference as far as whether or not he's able to get his points across. Well, I mean, just David is an amazing role player, honestly, and does things extremely well. The entirety of getting on Luna's case about not reviving the elf that we, like, quote unquote, made a promise to revive, and all that was great.
Luna? Or Nor? Your favorite Luna moment?
I'm not sure about my character's favorite moment, but I'm gonna say again, David was awesome. And Kim having a field trip.
David? Favorite Angus moment?
Just generally getting across that point of like Angus is like projecting a lot in the whole like Eldareth and Ilindar situation. There is a lot of like turbulent emotion toiled up in that, and just a lot of things compounding on top of it, and just being to that point of like you keep telling me I can be more. I can I can be a good person. I can help. I can do it, but the orders you give me are so consistently kill that person now. It's like, what's the point in all this turmoil and all this pain and all this suffering if we can't actually fix any of the mistakes that I've made and try to help people? So try to get that across. And then just I loved the way everybody responded in that scene as well, though. Just the fact that like Luna, like essentially making the call of like, okay, I'll do the thing that you've asked, but like quietly, and leaving the room and not letting it be this moment of like that, like you have convinced me, and more just okay, I will do the thing you have asked of me. Mm-hmm. Which is very much, and then Vizier being like so on Luna's side of like, you're asking Luna to take a shitload of pain onto herself to bring somebody back from the dead, and like when it was Sharp-Eyed, that was one thing, but like we don't even know these elves. Why does it matter? And so like actually did a really good job with Vizier when he's in the astral visage mode of just like speaking like rationally and calmly and logically and like pivoting back and forth to like play all sides of the argument.
Yeah.
But still very much giving like Vizier's perspective on the issue. It was it was a fun scene to play with everyone.
Agreed. Kim?
The quick little scene with Angus after the fallout. And I took great pleasure in the callback to the first interaction they ever had, which was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And also me just like fucking punching through the wards of the like this ancient wizard king, and just like standing in front of the door and itching to open it while everyone else is like, oh, I gotta go do this thing upstairs. We'll be back in a few minutes. And he's just like crying in front of the door.
Yeah, it's like Christmas morning for him, and everybody's like, he's like, where are you going? Don't you know what we're about to do?
Yeah. And also recently, especially in this time, he's been more of like a compromiser among the party, trying to just like, let's not fight, please, right now. Can't, fucking Luna go leave, and me and Angus will do this thing. You and Visir can go talk. And yeah, I really loved this session. It was really pretty fucking good.
And your favorite moment for others?
Sarati's interaction with the fairy, and just like for every time he's like, we gotta follow the sovereign, he just waltzes off to go.
He just wanders off,
plane jumping, and I am like, I'm trimming it when he gets back. There's no question about it. But yeah, like from this stoic avenger of all that is a blight on the world to like, oh, fairy, I believe in magic. Numbers are cool. 5 is a cool number. Can you take me away now? And yeah, that whole dichotomy. It would be David, but 2 people have already said David, so I'm not gonna say David.
I will say that for me, playing the fairy was my favorite role-playing moment for the entire session for me. But I think there's lots of things that I was able to kind of drop in front of you that were fun. My favorite moments around Visir, absolutely Visir in Astral Visage being just so different than Visir not in Astral Visage. It comes across so perfectly for everything from tone of voice to his way of viewing situations. I really appreciate that. Luna's being conflicted about like disliking the elves, but also caring for her family and having to struggle with what the right thing to do is in that situation. Like, comes across, even as quiet as Luna is, like, you can still get it still comes across her own inner turmoil and the things she's dealing with. And David, just Angus's breakdown was perfect. Kim breaking down the wards, the oh shit, this is an abjuration spell, and then oh, I dispel it, and oh, there are 2 more, fuck, and then dispelling those and having to cast the spell a second time, and then walking into the room and finding a permanent planar binding and being like, holy crap. So yeah, as much as you're like, yeah, I just punched through the wards of a wizard king, and then you find an angel trapped in a permanent planar binding on the other side of the door. It was a fun moment to see Mirth all giddy and also like, I got this, and then maybe I don't got this.
Out of curiosity, what were the spells in the glyphs?
The spell that was in the glyph that you dispelled was Maddening Darkness.
Oh fuck.
For those of you who don't know what Maddening Darkness is, oh god,
I've had to go through that spell twice in a different campaign. Never want to do it again.
Yeah.
And in that campaign, I was a 14th level paladin, and it was also terrible. So,
magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 60-foot radius sphere until the spell ends. The darkness spreads around corners. A creature with dark vision can't see through the darkness. Non-magical light, as well as light created by spells of 8th level or lower, can't illuminate the area. Shrieks, gibbering, and mad laughter can be heard within the sphere. Whenever a creature starts its turn in the sphere, it must make a wisdom saving throw, taking 8d8 psychic damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So yeah, that is what would have happened to you if you had attempted to open the door without removing all of the all of the spells that were on it. Anyway, thank you guys for playing.
Can I just give you quick credit as a DM for so consistently just surprising us? Where like we opened down this door and we're expecting like, okay, there's going to be one of the wards and it's going to be like a puzzle and it's going to open the way to Mythpot. It's like, nope, plain a binding with an angel in it. Okay, this is different.
Keeping us on our toes.
It's not that different.
Hey, we might be getting one of our angel feathers then.
If you watched, there were a lot of callbacks.
It's semi-similar to the Lost Wards when they.
There were a lot of
ward.
callbacks to Lost Wards. There were a number of them, including I name dropped a villain from Lost Wards today. I didn't notice anybody picking up on it, but
The elf guy.
yeah,
David?
Caleb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
So anyway, thanks for playing, guys. For those of you watching, thank you for watching. We'll be back for Artifact Recovery Corporation at 7, and we'll see you next week. Have a good day. Oh, don't forget, you can catch this group of fools on Wednesday night in our crossover stream with the dance. And again, we will be extending that adventure to Saturday, and we'll have an extra session on Saturday this week at probably, I think it's going to be around noon. I have to double check with Johnny because I know he's the one with time constraints. So it should be around noon on Saturday. So we will see you then. Have a good night.
That was pretty damn good.
David,